Kate, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to contour. But this is a video that's going to be, this is going to be a video how to contour, but how to contour for pale skin primarily. You can also use this if you have other skin tones, but it's mainly focused and geared towards pale skin tones. So yeah, but I hope you guys all enjoy and hope you guys find this helpful. I know that when I was contouring, I used a lot of orangey colors and bronzers, and I've just been through so many products where I'm just like, I'm gonna show you guys the products I use, the products I like, the products that work, so that you don't have to go through a billion products until you find the right one. And if you guys would actually like to see a video on how I do my eyebrows, go ahead and comment down below because I'm thinking of doing that video. But I hope you guys are all having a great day and I'll see you really shortly. Today we are going to be talking about pale skin. I personally love my pale skin and I wouldn't change it for tan skin any day. Not saying that I don't like tan skin, but I feel like tan skin would not look good on me. But anyways, so today I'm going to be showing you how to contour, highlight, all that kind of stuff for pale skin. When you're pale skin, there's a high chance that your skin is going to be more on the cooler side. I struggled with it for a little while, just finding what products work best for pale skin, because believe it or not, there's a difference if you have pale skin and tan skin, because pale skin tends to have more cooler undertones, whereas tan skin, you can get away with the warmer ones, but most palettes have the warmer tones. Pale skin, you want to kind of match those shades, because if you get a warm shade for your contour or whatever, it'll kind of look muddy and fake. But right now I just have Smashbox Hydrating Primer because I tend to have a little bit more on the dry side of skin. So I'm going to start off with my concealer. Well, this concealer is in NW15 and this is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I am in love with this concealer. I have been for about a year now and it's all I use. So I'm just going to kind of pat this under my eye with my middle finger. And as you can see, it just takes away any of the redness or unevenness under my eye for a flawless look. I kind of almost tap it in like an upside down triangle shape. That's kind of how I find highlighting looks best. It's also how Kim K kind of does it, so I mean, copying the pro. Technically, I think Kim Kardashian has her own makeup artist, but it's how her makeup artist does it, so. Alright, so now that we have a concealer out of the way, I'm going to move straight on to foundation. So for foundation, as you can see over here, I have a few. I have had a kind of a difficult time finding a foundation that works well for me because I do have that drier skin, and so when I put a foundation on, sometimes it goes on as cakey or splotchy or it flakes off, so that's not cute. So I have discovered that the best foundation for me is none other than Revlon Colorstay. This is a matte kind of foundation and I am a big fan of matte even though I have dry skin. So this is how I get it. I don't know if you can see, but I have beige here and then ivory here, and I just kind of mix them together with my finger. I really need to get one of those plates where it like goes on the back of your hand and then like you can mix your stuff on there, because by the end of my makeup routine my hand is a mess pretty much. I just take my finger and I literally just pat that all over my face in no particular order. And I'm just going to take my Sigma Flat Kabuki or their F80 brush, and I'm going to go in circular motions and blend my foundation in. This is my by far favorite foundation brush ever. I love Sigma brushes. My cat is rubbing its head up against the tripod. Uh-oh. Alright, so at this point in my makeup routine, I then carry on to what I like to call translucent powder, which is actually the correct term it's called, so technically I don't just call that. So for translucent powder, I really want to try this one that Jaclyn Hill actually just came out with in her favorites. She didn't come out with it, but she recommended it, and it's their Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I'm going to be using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus. I think it's AA4. I don't know if that is just like a manufacturing number. I believe it's just called Light Plus, but that is the shade. And so I'm just going to use my Sigma large powder brush, and this is their F30 brush, and I'm just going to set my foundation with this. And you want to set your foundation because if you used a liquid foundation, which I'm not a big fan of powder foundation if you have dry skin, so most likely you used a liquid foundation, and if you did, you need to set it, because if you use contour over your liquid foundation, or over liquid foundation without setting it, you'll kind of get those streaky marks that'll be really hard to blend out. So make sure you set it. Alright, so now that I have my eyebrows done, I'm going to be starting with my contour. So for my contour, I am in love with the Smashbox. I think it's Easy Step or Easy. I'll just put a link right here. All the products that I use, I will try to link in the description box down below. But anyways, what I love about this product is that, one, it gives you a little map to follow right here, and two, the contour shades are very cool tone. So minus this one, which is the bronze, it is still a lot less orangey than a lot of the bronzes in a lot of the contour palettes that I've seen. This is my favorite shade to use when contouring because it is so cool toned. The first thing that I like to do is highlight. So I'm using this tapered face brush, and it is the F25 brush by Sigma. And I'm just going to take this lightest shade right here, and I'm going to apply it under my eye, kind of just following up to my cheekbone. I'm going to go on to the other side. And then I'm also going to just dab a little bit on my chin, and a little bit in kind of almost an upside down triangle right here. And I'm going to take it straight down the top bridge of my nose. Next, I'm going to be contouring and really bringing out those cheekbones. So carrying on, I'm just going to take my favorite contour shade in this palette, which is this one right here, and I'm going to take some on my powder slash blush brush by Sigma, which is the F10. So how I find my cheekbone. Okay, first of all, there's always the fishy way where you suck in your cheeks. Or you can line up the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and that's also where you want to do it. So I'm just going to turn my head to the side and use my mirror here. Now, as you can tell, that went on very harshly, but we're going to blend it all out afterwards. So I'm just going to continue blending that now that I have it placed where I want it. And I'm not done blending that, but I'm going to blend that out with a different brush. I'm now going to do the other side here. This is actually, I have my favorite sides to contour. It's really funny. This is my favorite side to contour. I feel like my cheekbone on this side is so much better. Same with my eyebrow. I have a love with this eyebrow compared to this one. It's weird. But anyways, so I'm just going to do the same thing for this side. So as you can tell, I'm now just sculpting out that jawbone. I'm now going to take that same shade and kind of just bring it up into kind of my hairline. And the struggles of having light hair and doing this are real, let me tell you. But I'm just going to kind of bring it up there. And do the same on the other side. And then I'm also going to take this down the sides of my nose. So I just follow my nose and contour the sides. I'm now going to go back to our large powder brush by Sigma, which is the F30 brush. I'm going to really blend this out more. Because I'm sure all of you are probably like sitting there and being like, she looks like she has a stripe. All right, so now that we have that blended, I'm now going to go in with my middle color, and this is kind of like the bronzing color. So I'm just going to lightly dab this, and I'm going to apply this right above, kind of on the cheekbone area. And this doesn't act as a blush, don't worry. We're just going to put it right above where we did the contour. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some blush, and this is MAC's Stay Pretty blush, and this is their Pro Longwear blush. If you have a like pinkish kind of undertone or a cool undertone, aka, you're going to want to use kind of a pinkish shade opposed to like an orangey kind of reddish shade, which won't necessarily look like complement your skin tone the best. So this is a gorgeous shade that I highly recommend. It's like a bubblegum pink, but I promise it doesn't go on like that. So I'm just going to dab with my Sigma large angled contour brush, F40, and I pretty much switch up my blush brush that I use with my contour brush, because remember the last one was like a blush brush, but I just find this one works better as a blush brush, so YOLO. But I'm just going to lightly apply this ever so lightly to the apples and kind of going back a little bit to my cheeks. This kind of just gives a fresh look to the face, and it kind of makes it look healthier. You can skip the blush step though if you don't like blush, because I used to not like blush and I always skipped it and it was fine. And the last thing that we're going to do is the shimmery highlight. Now, usually I like an all matte face, as you can tell, but on some days I like a little bit of shimmer when the light hits and you just look like that glowing essence. I use a Lightscapade by MAC, and this is a great highlighter for cool undertones. It kind of has this cool like marbly effect to it. But anyways, so I'm just going to take this on my tapered highlighter brush. I'm just going to lightly put that right above my contour. And kind of just like to go in circular motions to kind of just blend that out a little bit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I do my contour, highlight, and foundation, and kind of everything. You got a little bit of mix of everything. I got super quiet there for a second, I apologize. But that is it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I know that it was kind of hard for me and it took me a long time to kind of get all these steps down. So don't worry if you don't get it the first time, keep trying. If you apply too much contour or blush, remember powder kind of blends all that out. So what I do is I just, take that translucent powder and blends it out a little bit more. So there's a quick tip for you. But I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you guys did enjoy, give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to see an eyebrow routine, feel free to comment down below and I would love to do that for you guys. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!